go! Let him go! Hey! Just let him go! Let him go! Stop it! Let him go! Stop it, man! Let him go! I said stop it!
They all broke loose. The people rallied together and decided to kill the judge. Now the supporters of the judge are fighting with him. They want to know why they killed him. They took his corpse to the place.
We're ready, O Sultan of Scholars.
Be careful!
Everyone ready.
Be careful!
Get the caravans going immediately.
Pull the horses. The caravan is ready to go. Move the horses. Get ready. Get ready to move. Get the caravan ready. Get ready to leave.
Hey!
Come along.
Hey! Come! Come!
Come on, come
Let's
on!
go!
Go on, go on!
Go on!
Be with you!
God be with you. God be with you.
Haji Saifuddin still isn't here.
We won't wait until he gets here.
God be with you!
May God be with you. May God be with you.
طبل رحیل از آسمان طبل رحیل از آسمان این بانگ ها از پیش و هر لحظه نفس و نفس سر می کشد در لامکان سر می کشد در لامکان زین شمعهای سرنگون زین پرده های نیلگون خلقی عجب آید برون تا غیب ها گردد عیان هر سوی شمع و مشعله هر سوی بانگ و مشغله که امشب جهان حامله زاید جهان جاودان تو گل بودی
God be with you. Have a safe journey. God be with you. Have a safe
God be
journey.
with us.
آن شدی آن کو کشیدت این چنین آن سو کشاند کشکشان
The last view of Balkh Jalāl-ad-Dīn. You will return to this place many times in the future. Try to remember it.
Let's get moving, let's go!
People, don't go too far. We'll wait a bit till Qadr Saif ad-Din arrives.
If I hadn't heard the sound of the caravan, I would have gone toward the gates. I was telling myself I will just have to get to you before you leave. How come you left before the scheduled hour? Oh, Bahavalad, what on earth happened to you?
Jalaledin is there.
Huh?
Teacher!
Jalaledin. You were on your way to Baghdad without saying goodbye to your dear teacher. And you didn't think I would be heartbroken, Jalaledin?
Where were you, teacher?
Jalaledin was saying that he's sure he upset you during his last session.
The teacher upset with Jalaledin? No, that would never happen, never.
I wish you'd come with us.
You know I always listen to what my heart tells me. But my heart isn't happy with me coming today. It might be tomorrow. Here. Take this with you. Here.
A flute.
The blue sky of this glorious culture spreads from Badakhshan to Balkh, to Angor, to Konya, and even further than that. But take this with you as a memento so you may never forget where you were born. The music it produces might remind you that you will always be a part of the land of Khorasan too.
But I can't play the flute. I don't know how.
With time, the flute itself will teach you how to play it. And never forget that you always want to be like your father.
A sultan of scholars.
A sultan of scholars.
Prepare the horses. We're ready to leave.
We're ready to leave.
Prepare the horses. We're ready to
The
leave.
caravan is leaving.
May you have a safe journey. May you have a happy life. May you have a happy heart. Go on. God be with you. God be with you.
Let's go. Come on.
God be with you. God be with you. God be with you.
Jalaledin before he left. The last time I saw him, I didn't have it in my heart to say a real goodbye to him.
Opportunities are just like spring clouds. They come and go. I'm worried about your safety if you stay here any longer. You might not have seen him again because you're meant to see him again somewhere else. Who knows?
So I won't say goodbye to you either, Syed. The hope of seeing you will keep me alive. Maybe one day, a day not so far away, I might need you to nurse me again.
Who am I to say? God be with you, Emir.
I have not been an Emir for a really long time now. I am a foot soldier who is on his way to fight for an Emir or to die for him.
Tell Jalaledin, Iran's hopes are pinned to his pride.
God bless you, Syed. Men like you are the heart and soul of this land. Without you, Iran is just a body without a soul.
Go on, Emir. God be with you.
When someone decides to go somewhere, to take a journey, he thinks of logical reasons for this journey. If I go there, good things will definitely happen. And I will be better off, and my friends will be happy. And I will defeat my enemies. This is what he thinks of the journey. But God's intention is something else.
This is the path we are going to take. From this path. Because the women and children are tired. Gahrud and Neshabur, Sabzavaru and Sabdarvazi. Because the weather isn't favorable, we'll spend the night right here. We will then leave tomorrow.
Kaka, will you let me touch the scar on your shoulder?
When a man sees a scar on another man's body, he doesn't touch it. You're a man now, Jalāl al-Dīn. You must learn that pointing out a man's scar or wound isn't what real men do, you know.
But your wound has healed.
Oh, wounds don't heal. Wounds become old, you know. And you know, old wounds are much more painful than new, fresh ones. Because a new wound is a wound of the flesh, but an old one is from here.
The things you say remind me of Sayyid Burhan.
You can never compare me with him. He's a divine scholar and I'm an ordinary man.
Lady Tajan has called for you.
Okay.
Enough. I'm sure that you've heard the Mongols are on their way to Kazem. The palace isn't a safe place anymore. Start packing up whatever you have. We'll be leaving for the Lal Citadel in Tabaristan in an hour, so be ready.
Does the Sultan know that we're going to be leaving?
What I'm saying is the Sultan's orders. If it were up to me, I wouldn't have insisted on taking you along. I will give the clay and mud of this place and this throne to the Mongols, but I will never give them the Sultan's harem. Genghis is welcome to take the empty palace of Khwarezm Sultan. But the women and children of the Sultan, if necessary, I will kill them myself with my own hands and throw them to the Amu Darya. Hurry up. Go with her, take whatever she wants.
No need. I am not taking anything from the Khwarezm treasury. There will be no need for help.
Are you looking out for the scorpions, or are you just struggling to fall asleep, Kaka?
Yes, well, maybe, yes.
Do you think that anyone has ever counted these stars before?
Yes, son.
You mean it? Who?
The one who counted the sands of the deserts, you know. What difference does it make, boy? 100,000, 200,000, or hundreds of thousands? Whatever it is, it's only proof of how great and powerful God is. The sky and the stars, the passing of days and nights, the change in the season, they're all signs of how great and powerful God actually is.
Tell me, if I say your words remind me of Sayed...
I will say what I have said before.
I want you to talk so I can listen to you. Tell me a story, Kaka.
A story? I don't know any stories, boy.
Yeah, you do? Tell me. I might be able to fall asleep with your story.
I don't know any stories that can help you fall asleep. No stories. But I know of a story that when I heard of it, it made me lose sleep, you see. It was a tale that wasn't a story, it was something that has really happened. And I heard it from someone, and what had happened to him. Once upon a time, there was a thief in Balkh that at night he would hand a snarl on his shoulder and pass through the alleys like a breeze and like a shadow, you see. He'd climb up the walls in the darkness of the night and he was like a ghost wandering the nights of Balkh. The authorities had offered a reward for his capture, dead or alive. That amount of reward had never been announced in the city of Balkh until one night. A night watchman saw him. He saw him in an alley and wounded him and took him to the authorities with everything he had stolen. They announced in the city of Balkh that anyone who had been robbed the night before should come and claim their possessions. Some claimants came, but they were lying, you see, and gave the wrong information until they found a stamp in the stolen goods, which was a sign of the owner of the goods, after all. They sent for him so he could come claim his belongings. That man came, but as soon as he saw the thief, he denied that his house had been burglarized. They showed the stamp to him, but he had lost it years ago. Then he left. The authorities of the city had asked the Emir of Balkh to issue a ruling. The Emir said there was no one to claim the belongings. Killing this man then must be a much greater sin than theft itself. They put the thief in prison for many years on end. When he was freed from prison, he immediately went to the man who saved his life. He fell at his feet and swore that he would be his servant.
That's it?
For as long
But there was nothing surprising about it.
as he is alive.
Once Syed Burhan said that a shooting star is a star that will definitely die. Every single time a star dies, I think to myself, how many people are at the same moment staring at the sky like I am?
What's going on? What's going on? Be careful now. Be careful. Greetings to you, my lady. As you can see, the wagon is being loaded.
My horse?
It's ready. As soon as you give the orders, then we will leave. Please do not be so upset, O great lady. Your palace is the heart of your servants. If luck is really with us, we will be back very soon.
Don't talk nonsense, Nasruddin. You know as well as I do that there is no coming back to this palace.
No worries. When the Mongol sedition is put down, we will build you an even more glorious palace than the one you see now.
Who is going to put down the Mongol sedition? You?
But your health is my only wish, my lady.
Enough, Nasruddin. Even your lip service is not making me feel any better at the moment. By the way, did you know that you're standing on the heads of rebellious governors? Governors who the Khwarezm kings beheaded generation by generation? It's over. The 150-year reign of a dynasty established by a slave who the ruler of Khorasan had bought. You already know this. Sultan Muhammad Khwarezm, Shah's grandfather, was nothing but a slave. The dynasty that was established by a mere slave was eventually brought down by nothing but a bunch of desert-dwelling nomads.
The Mongols have pillaged most of the city, set the people's houses on fire. We have to think of something. We really have to. We have to do something.
We have to give the enemy the chance to tire himself out and then use the swords against them when they've passed through the mountains and deserts and don't have strength left.
And this is what a sound mind would say. It is truly a great plan. We have to retreat to Khorasan until Genghis' men pass through the Transoxiana and tire along the way.
Why go to Khorasan? I say we leave Khorasan to them too. And come face to face with the Mongols in India. What that means is giving up the land and buying more time for all of us.
What do you say, Khoptadin?
What the commanders are saying is completely logical. The passing of time is in our favor and against Genghis. What we should do is let the mountains and deserts of Khorasan and Transoxiana tire his soldiers out. In this war, the mountains and deserts and plains will be our soldiers.
The land that you're so easily giving away to the adversary isn't your playground. What you are speaking about so frivolously is the land of Iran. What you're imagining is that you'll surrender that battleground and creep into your towers and citadels and wait for the Mongols to get tired. Which one of you has been in a city which has the enemy stationed outside its gates? Have any of you ever thought about the people who've been caught up in this tragedy? Dispatching our soldiers to different parts of the land is not the right thing to do. Escaping from the enemy you've not even faced is considered shameful and indecent.
I think that Jalaledin is being a bit harsh. Jalaledin is proud. His words because of his pride.
Is it pride or ignorance and madness of young age?
We have to gather our forces. We have to use Amu Darya as a trench, and we shouldn't allow the Tatars to reach the side of Amu Darya. You have many more men than Genghis does. Let us use this fury of being attacked on our home soil as an advantage to unite instead of being humiliated and embarrassed in front of God. It's a shame for you, the Sultan of the people, and these men, your commanders, to run from the enemy. Don't let the people scold you. Face the enemy and fight him.
Oh, my dear Sultan, I have new information from the royal palace for you.
Tell me.
I have found out the lady has left the palace and has taken the Sultan's harem along with her. The palace is now empty and the Mongol army is now on its way to the capital.
Naishapur! We've reached Naishapur!
The elders of Naishapur are waiting at the entrance of the Sultan of Scholars. Sheikh Attar Naishapuri's men are also waiting at the city gates to welcome you.
Sheikh Farid ad-Din Attar Naishapur is the greatest of scholars of our time. I saw him once on my way to Damascus. He's a true man, a great speaker. Naishapur is the gem of Khorasan, and Attar is the gem of Naishapur.
The difficult road is the road that will lead you to your wildest dreams. Whatever you have wished for, you will be granted along to winding path. From destroying mighty armies to victories, conquering lands and mankind, supremacy over yourself, eloquence in speech, and whatever there is. It will certainly all become yours at the end of it all. One must just believe and have faith.
What shouldn't have happened has already happened. The Sultan will try to scatter his men all over the cities. Every commander will have 30 to 40,000 men that will head to Tamarz, Balkh, Samarkand, and Bukhara. When days become like nights for mankind, then anything you do is of no use.
My Sultan.
Be silent, Jalaledin. Go and let this old man get some sleep.
We can still do something.
Can't you see, Jalaledin? When an army has commanders who are unwilling to fight the battle, how can you expect them to fight a one-on-one battle?
Give me 30,000 men to fight.
Tabaristan? We will go to Tabaristan together, don't worry.
You should take refuge in Tabaristan and let me go fight.
Have faith. And believe that we can overcome this. Go, Jalaledin. Don't make the last days of your father's life many more bitter than it already is. It will soon be time to say goodbye. Go, son. Go.
Here safely.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome. Please, welcome. Please, welcome. Please, welcome. It's nice to have you. Very nice to have you.
We will have to spend the night in Nishabur. The caravan will be on its way at dawn.
Welcome.
Please. It's very nice to have you. Welcome. Please. Very nice to have you. Very nice. Welcome.
It was because of two reasons, O great Sheikh. One was the Sultan's incompetence, and the other was the Mongols' relentless attack. So because of that, we will be going to the Hajj pilgrimage.
As a matter of fact, we have heard that the Mongols have actually razed Samarkand and Bukhara to the ground, and now they're even marching towards Balkh right now. I think that it was the right thing to do to leave Balkh.
Either way, I think that the Mongols will come to Nishabur too. Without a doubt. With everything that is happening at the moment, it's best if you come along with us too.
We all know that Baha'u'llah did not run away from Balkh. It was all the ungrateful ones who forced him to leave. What should Atta run away from? At this old age, I'm vulnerable and very weak. So why should I run away? With all the friends I haven't seen for so long who come along from every corner of the world. Atta knows nothing else but Nishabur. I just can't go anywhere. Sadly, mankind is now faced with death. Always. And constantly. Now all that is left is the excitement of the Hajj. And you are going to be attending it. I will only long for it in my heart.
Oh God, my soul burnt in this astonishment. In fact, I have already burned from head to toe in desire. You actually said that in the conference of birds.
Hello.
Hello there.
What mankind wants is something that he yearns for, something which cannot ever be found. And then, day and night, he looks for it. He looks for it until he has found what he intended to, until he has found what he had yearned for. He just won't stop until he finds it. This is strange. This kind of wanting, one does not even make sense of it. And for mankind, it is almost impossible to comprehend it. Because what he yearns for is something that is new and fresh, something which hasn't been discovered. But no matter how long the journey is, what he had yearned for and found, that is what true desire is. When the Almighty God wants to create, it is very different and also strange. Some of it is out of the ordinary. It's quite simple, yet it's the most beautiful things you will ever see. Wonderful things like gardens and flower beds, planes and sciences and even music. He assigns his wishes and desires within mankind, so with those desires, these creations come to be. So you see, whatever you see in this world, you can be very sure that the world exists in them.
boy gone now?
I'm here, Mother.
Jalaledin, come down right now. Your father's waiting for you.
Is Father back already?
No, he's not here. You'll have to go to him, to Sheikh Attar's house. Your father has sent for you, so please come down now.
Sheikh Attar's house? That's great. Let's go.
Careful, careful. Where are your shoes? And where is your dolman?
When I was on top of the tree, someone had taken them.
Come with me.
You have been riding the poor animal for so long. It's a pity. It's an Arabian horse, so riding it is easy and it's expensive too.
It shows you know your horses.
Welcome, welcome. Just take the animal over there. Do you want me to tell him to take care of it? Please, please. That's it. Right there.
Isn't this Rahman the son of Saul's horse?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I'm sure of it.
No. This is Baha'u'ddin Walad's horse. He is the Sultan of Scholars. And it seems that he is quite a great man. Before the caravan even arrived here, Attar actually sent people here so that they can escort him to his house.
Tell me, which room is he staying in?
Who are you actually looking for? You want Rahman, the son of Saul? Or do you want the Sultan of Scholars?
Neither of them. I want some good grilled meat worth 2 coins.
I will make it happen for you. I'll make it happen right away.
I want the food delivered to my room tonight.
Of course. You delight businessmen, I must say. You're an extraordinary man. I will make sure to change your room for you. Don't you worry. You can even stay in the room next to Baha Walad's. I'll get you a very nice room. The one with a jar next to it. I'm sure it's a very nice room, isn't it?
Where's the man in charge of the caravan?
The man in charge? He's over there. He's on the roof having something to eat at the moment.
No, you have to understand, you see. I'm not scared of my death. I'm actually just scared of my own unfaithfulness.
True love, which exists from within, cannot be felt with the force of the steel of the sword, because there is nothing harder than steel, you see. But it is still nothing compared to true feelings from the conference of the birds.
Greetings to the great Sheikh Attar Neshaburi.
This is Jalaledin. He is my son.
Jalaledin, greetings to you, young man. So, I have a question for you. Could you please tell me what exactly was the last thing that you were witness to?
Well, you see, before I came to see you, I went to pick some walnuts and left my shoes and dolman under a tree and decided to climb the tree. I was happy and unaware. I started picking walnuts and someone came along and stole my shoes and dolman. So I left without shoes and a dolman, with regret in my heart and a few walnuts in my hand.
Well, what else? What else? Tell me.
And I thought about how mankind wastes his life with unimportant things, just like a child who climbs up a tree to pick walnuts and loses his shoes and dolman. And when he comes to his senses, just like a child who has been robbed, he starts to cry out in vain for life he has lost. Well, of course you and my father aren't like those children to leave their shoes and dolman under a tree and waste their life in ignorance.
The things that you are saying, are they your own words? Or did you learn them at school?
I didn't go to school, O Sheikh, but I really want to, and this is exactly the reason why I want to go to Baghdad. My tutor, Sayyid Burhan-e-Din Tarmizi, taught me many things back home. Father has made me a promise. After we get to Baghdad, I will be sent to a school. I want to become a sultan of scholars, just like my father.
So tell me, which one of your readings do you think have influenced you the most so far?
Sanai's The Walled Garden of Truth is my favorite.
This, right here, is the Book of Secrets. It's for you.
This is a book that the Sheikh wrote himself, Jalāl al-Dīn.
Thank you very much.
Read it.
Jalaledin,
Yes, Sheikh?
I know that your great father will look after you until you grow up to be a man and become tall like a tree. But I want you to take good care of yourself too. Don't just blindly climb every single tree you see along the way.
so you don't just give away the gem of life for a few walnuts. Now go. How long are you going to be in Nishabur?
I'm not sure, but I heard the leader of the caravan speak of dawn.
Before you leave, be sure to visit Khayyam's mausoleum.
Oh, Sheikh. What do you think of my Jalaledin?
Take him seriously. I believe this boy will soon start to set fire to the hearts in love, and will create excitement and wonder in those searching for the truth.
There are pains in this world that our companions suffer, pains for which there is no cure. The cure isn't sleeping, it isn't traveling, and it isn't eating. It is only seeing friends that can cure them. If a non-believer sits among believers, he will be influenced by them and turn into a believer. And at that moment, it becomes a gathering of believers. When this works with a non-believer, imagine the good it would do to believers.
Sorry for bothering you. I have a favor to ask.
Do you know that it's the middle of the night, Kaka?
Please forgive me. I haven't been able to sleep for a second tonight. I have a favor to ask, and please don't ask the reason for it.
A favor without reason in the middle of the night? Tell me, what's happened, brother?
Would you please get up and spend the rest of the night in my room? I will sleep in your room. I have this strange feeling inside ever since this evening. If you don't spend the night in this room, I will feel much better.
Jalaledin.
I'm awake.
Wake up, son. Brother Kaka has seen a bad dream for me.
You go ahead. I'll come too. What happened, Kaka?
Nothing, boy. Just get up and go to that room with your father.
Well, now that you've made me lose sleep, you can at least tell me a story. But this time, have some excitement in it.
Oh, I want to tell you the story of this wound. It's a short story. Remember the thief I told you about? The thief in the desert, remember? That was me. And the man who saved my life that day was Bahavalad. And this scar that I have here on my arm is the night watchman's doing. The wound that connected my life to Bahar-Eddin Valad's life. And I swore to myself that to make up for the chivalry that your father showed me, I would serve him and his family for the rest of the days of my life. Of course, you still weren't born back then. Only 2 years after that you were born. You always wanted to know the story behind this skull, so there you have it right now. Now you know, Jalaledin. Before tonight, I was the only one who knew this secret, along with the great Sultan of scholars. Now get up and go to your father's side and sleep, Jalaledin.
Oh, brother, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, he's escaped towards Balkh's direction. We've sent some of our men after him. He's wounded one of them.
I don't know what kind of hatred this is that had to lead to his death.
Sheikh al-Dīn has for me. I wish I had listened to him when he told me to move to the other room. I'm sure he knew something was going on. That's why he insisted in the middle of the night to change rooms. And he went to sleep in the room that I was supposed to be sleeping in. He was a loyal man, a kind-hearted man, and he lost his life because of the vow he had made.
This is what it means to take refuge in what God has planned for us. Be content. We must be content with the will of God. May God shower his blessings upon him, and may he be blessed with a place in heaven. Come on, son. Get up. Get up.
Why do I always have to lose the people that I love so soon in life?
Look, my son, the more God loves you, the more difficulties he puts you through to make you become a stronger man. It's a sign of being close to him. Haven't you heard the story about the two lovers, Leila and Majnun, and the bowls? Of all the bowls she had, she always broke only Majnun's. Her intention with this was to test how strong Majnun's love was for her. And each time he came back with a broken heart. But each time he also came back with a newer bowl. Your heart is like your bowl, Jalaledin. Every time it breaks, it also becomes newer. It means God loves you. And with the amount of pain that your small body has endured in your small time on earth, you will be granted a very, very sweet gift. You will realize what that means soon enough, Jalaledin.
The mind is like a butterfly, and the beloved is like a candle. A butterfly is prepared to burn with the flame of the fire and die. And a real butterfly is one which doesn't turn away from the candle, even with all the pain, and burn.
We are grateful for the news that you've brought. You can go home and rest now. They will take good care of you. closest companion and my most trusted friend for 20 years now. Listen very carefully to what I'm going to tell you now, and remember it. About the news that you have brought us. Even though I wish he was still alive and I could scream at him and threaten him to stay silent. But Hafiz, the story of Baha'u'ddin being dead must be accompanied by some kind of proof, or at least a witness. And it was with this hand that you struck him, right?
No, sir. With this hand. I always kill with my left hand. If your intention is to take away the 2 bags of the coins that you owe me in favor of the treasury of the Muslims, I will overlook it straight away. The way that Sheikh Kamaluddin has always worked is he only accepts things that are proven. There have been many things that have been said and heard that seem real but turns out to be untrue. It's obvious you have killed. Take it. Until we see how things turn out.
If you made gains, you will fall into difficulties. One who's in love goes through many difficulties for his gains. These words were written by Attar. Recite me something from Attar.
Oh God, your blessing is the sea of knowledge. Only a drop of your blessing is enough for us.
In your path, those who lost their lives became great in the realm of love.
Please light my heart with your greatness, O God, and make my heart able and satisfied.
The yearning of reaching you is burning everyone. Don't burn everyone because of my separation from self.
You are reciting it from heart. I don't know Attar by heart. Should I recite Sana'i?
Go ahead.
You do not need to eat and sleep. You are free of doubts and similarities. You are free of faces and colors. You are free of flaws and faults. I can't describe you in any way because you cannot be comprehended. I can't speak of your likeness because you can't be comprehended in the mind.
We have 2 messengers here from Rokn ad-Din, from Aksikat and Halavad.
The Mongols have destroyed more than 7 cities and 30 towns, from the Chaganian to the Khobadiyon. After Bukhara and Samarkand, it will be Aksikat and Halavad which will burn in the flames of the Tartars.
It seems it's their tradition. Whichever city they attack, they make the youth do hard labor. They make them dig trenches and carry wood and stones around. The ones that are left, they simply behead and raze what's left of their houses.
It's quite astonishing to me that they haven't turned to Khwarezm yet. But what's even more astonishing to me is that Sultan Muhammad hasn't even sent any soldiers over there to stop the enemy. The number of Khwarezm soldiers are more. It doesn't make sense to me.
It is because there is infighting, Zakar Zakaria, between mother and son.
It really does astonish me the way that those who are in power can just simply stop caring about the people.
Well, you know, the people are just like stairs when it comes to kings and sultans, sir. Of course, you are an exception to this accusation.
You were being sarcastic, but the truth is I am not an exception, Sheikh Kamaluddin. I know myself. But even I have no idea of how it happens and which door it enters from. Does the writing say how many of Genghis's soldiers are coming toward the city? Does it say?
It says Genghis divided his army into 4 divisions before he reached Otrar. 3 divisions each have 70,000 men. They've been sent to Otrar, Jand and Khojand. And the greater part of the army is waiting to march towards Khwarezm.
This is someone else's story. It's nothing to do with us. What should concern us the most is that the Mongols have now reached all the way to Aksikat and Halavad. So in 3 or 4 more days they will have reached Tarmaz. And Tarmaz is not too far away from Balkh.
So what now, sir? What do we have to do?
What we're sure about from the things that we've seen and heard is that there is no victory when it comes to the Mongols.
So if I understand correctly from what you're telling me is that we should just leave the city to the Mongols and run away somewhere?
I'm sorry, but from what I've heard, they only use the young for labor.
Either way, surrendering to these people should not even be an option, in my opinion. In some of the cities, it's been said that there was no resistance. They even went to greet them with gifts, and still none of them was spared from Genghis's sword.
But for me, it's about confrontation. Outside of Balkh, on the way to the entrance of the city, not more than 6 kilometers away, there are 2 stone columns, with valleys in between. I suppose you've seen them? There's a bridge, going over them as well. We will soak the bridge with all the flammables we can find and wait on the other side in secret, and when the Mongol army appears and steps on the bridge, we will set it all on fire and send them straight to hell.
I'm afraid we will need weeks and weeks to plan and execute this plan, sir. We don't have any time left, sir. We should escape and try to save our own lives.
That's not true. Never in my life will I surrender the city to the Mongols.
Even if there are 1,000 thieves on the other side of the door, they will still not be able to open the door, unless they have a companion on the inside who will open the door for them.
This is the order to transfer the treasury of Balkh to the one in Jorjonye. Immediately!
You can say 1,000 things from the outside. It will be useless unless someone on the inside believes you. Just like a tree which has no water at the root, Even 1,000 floods will not make it bear fruit. The only way that it will bear fruit is when it is watered at the root. He then asked, can the person who does right and wrong really be the same? The answer was if suspicion arises and a dispute breaks out, then they must definitely be different, because a person cannot disagree with himself. And this is why good and bad are very different. Because good means an end to the bad, and leaving the wrong behind without doing bad is impossible.
Stop! We have reached the Lal Citadel, O great lady. Hey! We will all be safe in this citadel.
That way there leads to the border, and that one to Khiva and Khorazm. And from here, it leads to Sarax, Neshabur, and Sabzawar.
We are going this way.
So we aren't going to Khorazm?
We will go to Khorazm, from the 100 Gates and Astarabad. It will be a longer journey, but near Balkh, it's not safe.
What is life? Except a great and endless hallucination. A distraught image. And we are just its shaking shadows. And all this war and bloodshed, only just to conquer that hallucination. Look, Jalaledin, what a beautiful bird. Such colorful wings.
May the Sultan and the Prince live long. As you requested, the tents and the living quarters are prepared on the island. The boats are in the water and all the men are ready to go. The direction the wind is blowing in is perfect. We will be in Abeskan in an hour.
What separates mankind and God is only these two things, and the rest appear from these two: health and wealth. The one that is healthy asks, "Where is God?" I don't know, and I cannot see him. As soon as his suffering begins, he starts calling upon God and praying and asking God for help. So you see, health was his protection and God was hidden underneath that pain. And when mankind has wealth and possessions, he then prepares what is needed for his entertainment and for his joy, and is then busy with them day and night. But as soon as he becomes poor, it is exactly at this time that he becomes weak and starts worshipping God.
This passageway, Tyre.
Sir, Sheikh Jalaledin, I don't know this passageway.
Don't worry, Tyre. I've gone this way 10 times in the past. It's a shortcut to Abivard and Kamushan. Come with me. It's safe and shorter. It has good resting places too.
I have full faith in Jahangir, dear Tyre. He has a great deal of experience.
We will rest here. Get some food and water for the horses.
Greetings to you. God bless you. God bless you, sir. Where are you coming from, and where are you headed?
God bless you too, my friend. We're from Balkh, heading to Baghdad. Where are you coming from?
Someone gone.
From the Balkh Road?
Any news from our Balkh?
It's been turned into ruins when the Mongols attacked. The sinful Tatars razed the walls and roofed the mosques on the people who had taken refuge there. Many people have been killed. Some managed to escape, and many are now wandering the deserts. The Mongols made hills from the corpses of all those poor souls that they killed. They demolished the once glorious city that Balkh was. They ploughed it and planted seeds and watered the land. They have turned the city into farmlands. They did not even have mercy on the dogs of the entire city. They killed them all as well. The army of Sultan Muhammad Kazem Shah never made it to Balkh, I'm afraid.
And that son of a common man, Zakaria. He didn't make up all those years of negligence, did he?
It was said that those in power had killed him before the Mongols ever got there.
So Zakir Zakaria was killed before the Mongols came. You are sure of this? And the one who was in charge was none other than Sheikh Kamal al-Din.
Yes. And very soon what happened to Balkh is going to happen to Nishabur as well. The Mongols are at the Nishabur gate as we speak.
Surely we belong to Allah. And to him we shall return.
It is said that anyone who is adored is good and not the opposite. That means it is not necessary to be adored to be deemed good in any way. Being adored is part of being good. It is the essence of it.
I do hate the bread from Balkh. Taher, get up now and go to my horse there. Get that green bundle from my saddle.
You should keep an eye on Taher.
I do.
What are you drinking?
It's just water. Here you go. Now this here is good wheat bread from Tamaz. Here. Share it, my soldiers. Fill up your stomachs, my brothers. We have a long, hard road ahead tomorrow.
Quiet.
I think they should all be asleep by now.
We will wait a little longer. We have to wait a long time till dawn.
Come! Even if the bread didn't do what it was supposed to, then surely sleep will and we can take them.
Hafiz, when you go for your sword, and as it is, Nasir is present at the scene, you should count him out, all right? Sheikh Jalaledin. It's me, Nasir.
In the evening I'd promised myself I shall not fall asleep. But because I was tired, I broke my own promise.
Get up, sir. Get up now. It's dirty, allow me.
Tyres run off. Did I not tell you to keep an eye on him?
We were awake the whole night, sir. We didn't hear anyone move.
Yes.
If he has not fled, he must be around here somewhere. But luckily, he can't do much.
Jahangir, we have thousands of gold coins with us. We shouldn't even trust a bird on a tree, let alone one of us who knows what we are up to.
Ahoy!
made a vow to myself that if I reclaim the throne, I will be a just king and be just to the commoners. They deserve it. That is something I'm convinced of. I believe that with my heart and soul. But so many dreams that have turned completely into nothing but ashes. And this island here is my last destination in this journey, which is life. And this part of my land here, which might be the only place left where the Tatars can't get their hands on. And you kept your word and brought me to this island so that I can now die in safety. The cities are falling, one by one. But thankfully, I am still right here, and I am alive. Balkh, Bukhara, Jam, Samarkand. It's humiliating to be alive like this. I wish we had gathered our armies when we had the time, so we could face the enemy head on. So I wouldn't be waiting for the last days of my life, like today, a day that is here now. The commanders of the armies voted that we shouldn't fight head on, but right now, many of those same commanders are dead, and only a few are left now. They have all perished. They have prevailed not. No one told me to fight head on except one person, and that person is here, Jalaledin. He is a true leader. A leader and a warrior in every sense of the word. I look upon him and see myself, a heart that is pure. Today is the day that I crown you king. It was always your right. From the beginning, you deserved it. And from now on, my boy, the throne is like your saddle until you have taken back our rightful home. Until you have completely expelled them all. Expel the enemy from our land. It is your duty to take orders from Jalaledin. And take this news with you wherever you go now. And now Jalaledin is your new sultan. Be united and together. Protect each other's backs. And do not ever leave your sultan alone. And please do forgive me for all of the wrong I did you and my stubborn pride. I am now totally under your command. You should go now and leave me with myself in my very final moments.
What should I do?
Well, you have two choices. You can either stay right here on the island and watch your father die, or you can go along with the Sultan here and fight alongside him until you reach victory or death.
God help you, Nazir, if your wagon is not able to carry the weight of the chest.
It will, sir. There was no wagon in Balkh better than this one that I have right here, sir.
It's tired. He has to die right now. Faster!
Hafiz is back. He's dealt with Tayyar and brought back the horse. Well done. I'm rather proud of you, Hafiz. You are definitely the best soldier in this army.
Is this the horse Tayyar ran off with? No, sir. When my arrow stuck his neck and he fell from it, his horse bolted to the heels immediately. This is another one of his horses.
Another horse?
When I was done with Tayyar, there was no other horse besides this one along the way.
So with that, there is only...
We can't go looking for the other horses now. We have to hurry up now. We've lost a lot of time looking for Tayyar. You should go and get the wagon, and stay with it.